That one lands safely. It's another single.
Welcome everyone, welcome to the post-match presentation of the last group stage game of Petrofuel TCA Caravans Cup 2025. The match between KX Intech Tinkana versus GSU Patel Samaj. KX Intech Tinkana won the toss, elected to bat first, wherein Tinkana scored 197 for a loss of 6 wickets in 20 overs. And in return, GSU Patel Samaj scored only 157 for the loss of 4 wickets in their 20 overs. As always, before I go ahead, I'd like to invite both the captains to come forward for the Caravans Green Out initiative, wherein we will be chanting each three for a boundary score and 23 for a wide zone. I'd like to invite Mr. Vinny Chandran of Caravans and both the captains as well. So at the end of today's game, you were able to plant 48 trees. Thank you both the teams. Thank you for your contribution. Starting off with the colourful dot wizard for the most dot balls bowled during the course of this match. To present this award, I'd like to invite Mr. Ramasubramanian from Caravans. And the colourful dot wizard award goes to Mr. Sai Surya, who bowled 17 dot balls, who goes home with a cash award of 20,000 shillings.
And welcome to the Dar es Salaam Gymkhana Club, where we have the first qualifier of the Petrofuel TCA Caravans Cup between Alliance Caravans and Aurobindo Aksc. For those of you that missed out on the audio of the toss, the news from the center was that Alliance Caravans won the toss and have elected to bat first in this first qualifier.
Welcome everyone, welcome to the post-match presentation of the last group stage game of Petrofuel TCA Caravans Cup 2025.
So those were the glimpses from the toss that was just held earlier. So before we get into the game, of course, we have to give a few pointers. Alliance Caravans, of course, finishing as table toppers with a dominant net run rate of 2.0194. Of course, the second position was Aurobindo Aksc. That's how they find themselves in this first qualifier. The winner, heading to the final directly, whereas the loser gets a second crack at it when they play the winner of the eliminator that will be played later today between Rahupanga Club and Harap Motors Park Stars. Joining me in the commentary box, of course, is the former Tanzania under-19 star Gokul Das. Gokul, welcome to the commentary box.
Thank you, Adi. So what they say is, who bats first is most likely to win, especially in the afternoon games and a high-pressure game like this. So what do you think, Adi? Do you think the myths are going to be true?
Of course, with the toss, Caravans do have the advantage, but Harshid was very confident speaking to me earlier. And that's the first ball of the first innings. Yep. So Harshid was very confident, saying that you have to play with what cards you're dealt with, and it's a tight game. I think if we had to go by the previous encounter where these two teams met, that would not be an accurate representation of what we can expect today. And a quick single there.
Talking about previous games,
Clutchnet Aces.
Clutchnet Aces was a high chasing game which Caravans not only won, they won chasing it pretty dominantly and comfortably. The first pair of partnership, the longest partnership of the tournament, I believe, was between Amal Rajivan and Jitin Pratap Singh for 95 runs.
Indeed.
The power play, the first pair is going to matter highly for Alliance Caravans. And at the same time, when you look at the power play partnership of Harshit Chauhan and Diyesh Shah as well, there's always a wicket falling from either of these ends. So they've been very economical with their with their overs in the power play, and they make sure that they take at least 2 or 3 wickets in the power play. So it's going to be a good battle to see.
We do apologize for the interruptions in the commentary that you may be facing due to some technical difficulties from our side. Of course, our technical panel is working on it and trying to get you the best production of this live coverage. Now going back to when these teams last met, Caravans had scored 173 runs and knocked AKC over for 105 runs, winning the match by 68 runs. Of course, Amal Rajivan and Akhil Anil on that day was were the stars. And the finger goes up.
Trying to guide it, the captain of Caravans over fine leg, but could only mistime it, getting his glove, I believe, edging it top towards the keeper. The comfortable catch for the keeper, Lijajos. And like I said before, Harshit Chauhan, captain, leading from the front, making sure that he takes 1 wicket every time he gets a chance to bowl.
Indeed, and what a first over. It's 1 for 1 with 1 ball left to go. And Harshit's a fighter, isn't he? I mean, he will always keep fighting. He will never let go. And I think that spirit of his is what sets him apart from many other bowlers.
Yes, Harshit has been a champion bowler for Tanzania as well as for Aurobindo Aksc. So his attitude on the field determines how the game is going to be. So now the batsman walks in is Ajit Augustine, who is a man of a lot of words, who
very well known in the Tanzanian cricket, sector, I should say. Having previously played for Aurobindo Aksc, so he will be facing a few old teammates today. Has been exceptional throughout this tournament for Caravans, both with the bat and the ball, and occasionally doing the wicket keeping as well. So he's the complete package.
Yeah, actually he is the complete package. Not only wicket keeping, he opens the ball for Caravans. He opens the bat for Caravans if he's asked to. He comes 1 down if he's asked to. He can keep the wicket if he's asked to. So it's actually going to be a good battle to see him play against his previous team members, his friends, who he's always made sure that he's brought them to the finals every time he's played for Aksc. And when he was at Aksc, he's always faced Caravans in the finals. Off the mark, as Ajit Augustine comfortably down the leg, flicks it for 2.
And that's the end of the first over. Alliance Caravans with 3 runs on the board for the loss of 1 wicket. Now, of course, coming back to the tournament and the Green Earth Initiative, Caravans' noble initiative towards environmental sustainability, planting trees for every milestone, such as boundaries, 5-wicket hauls, hat-tricks, and centuries. So far, if I'm not mistaken, 881, is it? 881 trees pledged towards the Green Initiative. So I think a resounding success, that one.
It's something I'm actually very proud of, being part of Caravans as well. Not only that we're hosting a great tournament like this to bring an initiative every tournament, bring new ideas every tournament. It's actually great to be a part of a club like this. Oh, there is a change of bowling for Aurobindo AKC. Karthik Sial, who has not opened in the power play so far, is asked to open in the power plays.
And this takes me back to exactly 1 year ago when Karthik really gave, Caravans batsmen some sleepless nights. He was unplayable last year throughout the tournament. Did exceptionally well. Of course, the fortune was on the side of Alliance Caravans winning the cup then. Speaking about the initiative, it goes without saying, under the able leadership of our chairman, Mr. Tulsidas, and I hope he is listening because he did ask me yesterday to give him a few boosts while we have this commentary during the live coverage. So yes, we do have that, plus the blood donation drive, in partnership with Lions, Sky, and Host as well.
So the news from the centre is D.A. Shah, who was previously bowling for Aurobindo AKC in the power play, is not well for this game. I believe he's why he's benched. So hence we have Karthik Sial, who is replacing D.A. Shah. Not only the previous tournament, even the last game, which was an important game for Aurobindo AKC against Aurobindo Spark Stars, Karthik Sial did an exceptional job with the ball. He got 2 good wickets. So I think he'll be pretty confident with himself, regardless of it being power play or the middle overs.
A swing and a miss there from Ajit Augustin. For those of you who are not familiar with the rules of this qualification, Alliance Caravans and Aurobindo AKC, of course, playing this qualifier, the winner of whom will make it directly to the finals because they finished first and second respectively in the group stage. Comfortable single there. Exactly. So as I was saying, Alliance Caravans and Aurobindo AKC make it through to the qualifier. The winner of this match will go to the finals. And the loser, of course, gets a second chance because of the way they perform throughout and their superior positioning in the table, whereby they will play the winner of the eliminator between the third and fourth place sides, Harap Motors, Park Stars and Upanga Club.
That's a lovely first over from Karthik Sial. He's only given 2 runs in the power play. Being asked to bowl in the power play in a crucial game and only giving 2 runs is an exceptional job from Karthik Sial.
And a lot of parallels between this match and the previous time these two teams met. And on that day as well, Caravans had a relatively slow start, but then picking up pace as the game went on. And I think that would be the plan today as well. Not lose any wickets, provided this pair can stay for a longer period. Of course, the runs are there for the taking. We still have, good batsmen such as Kasimun Nasoro, Akhil Anil, still to come up. And Caravans can bat very deep as well. So that's the advantage they have. So there's no pressure. Harshid there bailing out of the run-up.
Yes, ultimately, yes, that's the whole idea of playing any format, be it T20, the shortest format, but 120 balls is 120 balls long. So ultimately, yes, not losing wickets is going to give you an upper hand. A good effort in the field by Drumit Mehta. Direct hit, still cost them 1 run, but yes, that showed the intensity on the field by Aurobindo AKC.
The umpire unmoved by that appeal. Amal there with an attempt to put the pressure back on Harshid. And Harshid, as I mentioned earlier, very confident player. You have to try and unrest him early on in the game. Short pitch delivery, and will race to the fence. The first boundary of the match. The umpires today, of course, the very famous Adil Qasim and Rakesh Pillai. And Rakesh Pillai, his determination and commitment towards the game, of course, staying in the UK, he flew down yesterday just to participate in this tournament and stand in as the umpire for the qualifiers, eliminators, and the final. So if that's not dedication, I don't know what is.
And he's leaving immediately after the finals Sunday evening. So it's actually a great dedication shown by Mr. Rakesh Pillai to come down just for umpiring 3 games. I mean, like how we are passionate about playing the game, he's passionate about umpiring the game.
Pretty much. I mean, he was part of the finals last year as well. He really enjoyed being a part of this tournament. And, he was one of the first people who was following up with the club to find out when we were going to have our tournament this year. So he had his tickets booked well in advance, I think 2 months ago when we had announced this tournament. Fortunately for him and for us, there were no big rain interruptions. And that's it. Very unfortunate. The ball getting enough air, and Ajit Augustine has to depart.
So Ajit Augustine falls cheaply for only scoring 4 runs. Once again, Harshit Chauhan with the ball making a difference for his team. Although he's considered a boundary here, but he's taken the main wicket of Ajit Augustine. Falls cheaply, chipping a catch to a short mid-wicket. Not the ideal power play Alliance Caravans were expecting, especially after how they played in the previous game. But yes, Amal Rajivan still on the field.
Indeed, not going the way Alliance Caravans would want things to be. But, there's still 17 overs left to go. But as things stand, of course, the advantage in the hands of Aurobindo AKC.
Well, yes, the ball is with Harshit Chauhan and Aurobindo AKC, quite literally. But yes, as long as Amal Rajivan is still there on the field, he's still batting, still holds the bat in his hand, he can still make things go differently for Alliance Caravans. So
very quick single. By the time the bowler collected the ball, the fielder collected the ball, Amal was already there. And of course, the new batsman in, the seasoned veteran, the skipper of the national team, Kasimu Nasoro. This man brings bags of experience, doesn't he?
Kasim Nasoro, yes, like you said, he's vastly experienced in Tanzanian cricket and in the local, amongst all the players on the field. He knows the ground really well, he knows the pitch really well, and he does know Karthik really well and Harshid. So this will be an interesting pair for Alliance Caravans.
Kasim has been part of this team for over a decade, so he brings not only experience playing for the national team, but also in the club level, being sort of the anchor man for Alliance Caravans. And just like some fine wine, he gets better with age, I think.
He's somebody who's had to sacrifice his batting position with a lot of new introductions, as we've seen over the years. So I think he'll be really glad to play up front in the power play, swing his bat a few shots. Aurobindo AKC making a few changes on the field, making the offside a little more tighter, making sure there's no easy runs for Alliance Caravans.
And I think in this phase of play, Caravans would be focusing more on stability rather than piling up the runs. The runs can still come, there's still enough time. But what they need now is a good partnership with both these batsmen playing at least 5-6 overs together. Lands very, very safely. A bit risky, that shot. But again, luck on the side of Kasimu on that occasion.
At this stage, if any ball that goes up into the sky, the hearts will be in the mouths of the Caravans players. So anything above the ground is always going to be risky. But yes, we have to have the batsmen play their shots.
Amal is a very, very flexible batsman. You know, some of the poses he strikes, it's very difficult. You never, expect a batsman to do that. More like a gymnast than batsman. So I think that helps out with his wicket keeping as well. Always in the air, like a bird. Finds the gap, races to the fence.
Comes down the ground, smashes it right above covers, does Amal Rajivan. He's somebody who idolizes someone like Virat Kohli. So if you idolize somebody like Virat Kohli, you are expected to play somebody like Virat Kohli. So Amal Rajivan is somebody who showed that class, stability with his numbers, with his bat. He always let the bat do the talking. Especially what we saw in the previous game. It was not easy to score a big chunk of run in a high chasing game. So as long as Amal Rajivan is there, I'm pretty sure there's nothing to be tensed about for Alliance Caravans. Change of bowler for Aurobindo AKC, introducing spin into the attack already. Laksh Bakhania, who is the captain of the under-19 team, travelling for the World Cup coming up soon, and he is also having an injury scare as well. So that's something he should be taking care of as well.
But what an achievement that is for Tanzania! In the cricket world. Qualifying for the World Cup, the Under-19 World Cup. What an amazing feat. And Adil Qasim unmoved by that appeal.
I think Aurobindo AKC will be really glad to have Laksh back into their attack. Him coming into the attack gives him a big hand with spin. A slight confusion on the field, but backed up really well.
Only going for that single there. A bit of a mix-up.
Still not the ideal power play for Caravans, only scoring 20 runs in their 4 overs for the loss of 2 wickets. But yeah, we've seen in the tournament before as well, a low scoring game has always turned out to be an interesting game.
Especially these two sides, I think both of them boast, a big, very strong bowling prowess, and they do have the ability to sort of restrict the chase as well. With the quality they have in the bowling unit. Finds the gap as well, and that one will race away to the boundary. And with 2 balls left to go in this 5th over, Alliance Caravans have scored 25 runs for the loss of 2 wickets.
Put up really well by Aksc, giving it a bit of flight. Not much room given to Qasim Nasoro. Six runs off the over and the last ball to go.
Finds the gap once again, and there was no stopping that.
I mean, that's what happens when you give width to a batsman with such great experience like Qasim Nasoro. Even the previous delivery, width given outside off, cut beautifully. And this one again, width given outside off, hit through the covers. 10 runs off the over.
So steadily picking up, this was exactly what I was talking about. What Alliance Caravans needs now is a stable partnership. And I think the batsmen that are on the field right now can do it for Caravans more than anyone else. And they've batted together as well. They've got that experience. So it's about using that experience to the good effect of Alliance Caravans.
Aurobindo Aksc deciding to bring spin into their attack from both the ends.
And
Their
Shivraj
star bowler.
Selvaraj, the danger man with the ball, the absolute magician.
I think from their perspective as well, for them, they wouldn't want this partnership to stick. So I think it's only fair to bring the strike bowler.
Indeed, very early on the game was, more towards Aurobindo Aksc. They would want to keep that momentum on their side. And I think that explains the bowling changes.
This has to be a crucial partnership for Alliance Caravan. This partnership has to go long, and this is the partnership that Aurobindo Aksc would not allow to go long.
Exactly, and the last over of the power play as well, bringing Shivraj to bowl the last over clearly shows their intent. So they would be hoping for maybe a wicket or so in this over to further disrupt the flow of Alliance Caravans. Hit fine and picks up the single with relative ease.
I mean, 4 overs of Shivraj Selvaraj are crucial for you. It's not easy to pick him from his hands as well. So you need to be really watchful of the balls he's landing towards you. Short ball down the leg. Should be glad Amar Rajivan didn't pounce on it, but escapes with a wide. Swept down finely by Amal Rajivan through the gap between square leg and fine leg, goes for a sweetly timed boundary. So Alliance Caravans finding their momentum back, getting that odd boundary here and there in every over now. Seven runs coming off the over. 2 balls remaining.
Gets a boundary, immediately switches to strike. I think very smart move there from Amal Rajivan. Gives the opportunity now to Qasim Nasoro.
Exactly, that is what something has to be done right now when they are in a rebuilding phase. You get a boundary, get off strike, come back, find another boundary, get off strike. At this point, they cannot afford to get greedy.
Very fortunate there that the deflection of the bat did not take the ball anywhere close to the stumps. And the end of the power play, Alliance Caravans have scored 37 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Of course, those 2 wickets being skipper Jitin Pratap Singh, who had to depart on a duck, and Ajit Augustin, who scored 4 in 8 deliveries. Now, of course, we have wicketkeeper batsman Amal Rajivan and Kasim Nasoro.
And you've seen that how good Aurobindo has been with the ball so far. What do you think, Adi, is going to happen? Is it do you see Alliance Caravans having a big comeback, or a nudge here and there, 140, 150 odd runs?
Usually, I'd say that Caravans with this flow would be restricted to somewhere between 130, 140. But this was exactly the same position as what Caravans were in when these two teams last met in this tournament. On that day, 170 odd scored by Caravans. So they do have that batting depth, they do have that experience, and they do have that quality. I think I would be able to make up my mind by the 10th or 11th over. I think that would give us a better idea, provided these two batsmen are still there when we reach halfway through the first innings. I think Caravans can easily look for that 170 mark again.
I think this pair has to continue to play another half a dozen overs, giving a lot more freedom for the batsman who has to come in the end, like Aksc, who's been exceptional in his position as well. But if you ask him to bat in the 8th over, 9th over, 10th over, it's going to be a bit of a pressure on him as well. So for him to bat a lot more peacefully, this pair has to play until the 12th to 15th over. So Aksc can come, just swing around and then get his flow.
Precisely. And Amal Rajivan, of course, they're boasting with his Automark orange cap for the highest scorer of the tournament. And yes, very true. I think if they do manage to bat until the 12th to the 15th over, then it gives the next batsmen such as Karthik, Aksc and all 5 good overs to play, which is exactly where they're the most explosive and could get maximum runs for the team. Very smart work here. Keep rotating the strike. Keep adding more runs onto the board, and try to switch the pressure that's on you over to the bowling side, and make them want to do something different.
This is the best thing right now that Alliance Caravans can do to keep this the scoreboard ticking, making sure the singles are coming, because regardless of getting the boundaries here and there, but you have to make sure you get your ones and twos in a T20 format. That those are crucial as well.
Indeed, 7 overs completed, 42 for 2. I think decent going for Caravans, with of course the early wickets being problem so far. But Amal seems to be very stable, wanting to play for a longer period. I really hope I do not put the commentator's curse on him, because the Caravans guys will definitely not serve me lunch today.
Well, yes, Caravans have bringing their run rate back slowly to 6. Now eventually they get it to 7 and 8. Beautifully played by Amal Rajivan, beautifully stopped by Karthik as well, stopping it down to just a single.
Yes, collected well that gully area. Sivaraj now bowling to Kasim Nasoro. Collected by that man at short fine leg.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's only about time when Aryan also comes into the attack with the ball. He's also had a good evening last evening with the ball against Harab Motors Parkstars. So they're not short on bowlers, Aurobindo. They've got leg spinners, they've got spinners, regular spinners. They've got pace attack. So it'd be good to see how big a total can Alliance Caravans put up against such a bowling attack. hit hard. Tries to go over covers, does Kasim Nasura, but unfortunately does only time it to short covers.
The man there, deep cover, of course, collecting it.
Silent over so far, well done by Aurobindo Aksc to keep it down to only 4 runs of the over so far. Short ball pushed to the gap between mid-wicket and long off, calls for 2
Will
and
comfortably get that too. And well done, good running there. But a very good over as well. Only 6 runs coming off of it. So good on Shivraj.
he's bowling his 3rd over. I think Aurobindo Aksc are desperate for that 1 wicket in this partnership. That's why they're just continuing with their strike bowlers from both the ends. Alliance Caravans must make sure that they're getting that 1s and 2s every over, making sure they're getting a 6-run over at least until the business end of their half.
How far did it appeal there? That was never going to hit the stumps. It's going to go down leg.
Leg by signaled by the umpire, going down leg, trying to nudge it down, find leg by Kasim Nasura, but only finds his pads. Two is a call from Amal Rajivan, and well,
There was never a 2. That was never a 2.
That was a good call by Amal Rajivan. There's never a true someone like against Chuman Nemaskota. Who's really quick on the field and has a good arm as well. Down the ground, just Kasim Nasoro hit straight to long on.
A big Patwa there. Safe hands. And now we'll have the last ball of the over.
So after this, we'll have the strategic timeout. Sorry, after the next over, we'll have the strategic timeout. Well, once again, a quiet over from.
So as part of this tournament, the Petrofuel TCA Caravans Cup, Caravans has launched the Caravans Green Earth Initiative aimed at environmental sustainability. I will be planting trees for every individual milestones, such as boundaries, hat-tricks, centuries, and 5-wicket haul with centuries, hat-tricks and 5-wicket hauls getting 20 trees pledged each, and every boundary resulting in 1 tree. So far we have reached a cumulative total of 881 trees, with us hoping to reach the 1,000 mark before the end of this tournament.
Just as we were talking about, Aryan Premji is brought into the attack. So I think the idea is clear that they are saving Siviraj Selvaraj's couple of overs for Akhil Anil and Karthik Nair.
Indeed, you need someone like that towards the end of the innings when the batsman will be looking at having a go.
Swept down the ground and swept
That's gone
quite comfortably
all
by
the way. All the way. The first
Kasim
six
Nasoro.
of the the qualifier, exactly. The first six of the qualifier coming courtesy of the experienced Kasim Nasoro.
I think this is something that's going to put pressure on Aryan Premji as well. Getting hit six on your first over is going to put some kind of pressure on any bowler, so he's going to think twice before bowling a full delivery, pitched up delivery to Kasim Nasoro. Swept once again quite comfortably by Kasim Nasoro, but just straight to the hands of the fielder.
I think that was Laksh there. Safe hands as well. I think majority of Aurobindo AKC fielders can be regarded having safe hands.
Comes down the ground, Amal Rajivan just straight to the fielder at long off.
And we are a ball away from the halfway mark of the first innings of the first qualifier of the Petrofuel TCA Caravans Cup. Ready for the Pepsi strategic timeout. And the umpire says it's out. The finger goes up. Rajesh Pillai. Kasim Nasoro in disbelief.
This is exactly what Alliance Caravans did not want. A partnership that was going really well and comfortable. Just by the edge of the strategic timeout, Alliance Caravans lose their in-form batsman Kasim Nasoro.
And 63 for 3 after 10 overs. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, our title sponsor Petrofuel, our platinum sponsors Pepsi, Automark, Asas Group of Companies, Russ Logistics, Alliance Insurance, Unique Financial Services, Flashnet, Colorflex Inks and Coatings, KX Intech, Park Mobile, Harap Motors, Jiuzu, Home Appliances, Aurobindo Pharmaceuticals, Newland, Rickshaw Travel Group, Ashton Media, Holt and Builders, Tata International, ICO MG, Fright World, The Works, Seacliff, Flightlink, Stridol Lubricants, Flying Elephant, Garnet Star, Nilkan Group, Samaki, Sterling Travels, Suhara, G1 Security Group, and a big thank you to all our sponsors who have made this tournament a grand success.
So after the first half of the innings of Alliance Caravans are sitting at quite a spot, scoring 63 runs for the loss of 3 wickets, and we believe it's Akhil Anil who is also another in-form batsman who is coming into the crease, and Akhil Anil and Amal Rajivan are quite a pair. They know each other quite well. So this again has to be the crucial partnership for Alliance Caravans. This has to be the last crucial partnership, I believe. Still too early to go bang bang as we expect in a T20 format. We still have 60 long balls left.
That wicket on the very last ball of the 10th over, I think that does change plans for Alliance Caravans. Had that wicket not fallen, I think the drinks break or the strategic timeout, the discussion would have been a lot different.
I think just when you start to see the momentum shifting towards Caravans is when Aurobindo AKC just quite smartly pulled it back to them.
And that is what is a mark of a champion, isn't it? Changing odds when they're not in your favor. And we have the bowling stats so far in this game for Aurobindo AKC, the 4 bowlers. Harshit Chauhan, of course, being the pick of the bowlers with 2 wickets. And Aryan Premji, who managed to dismiss the dangerous Kasimun Asoro.
I think Aryan has got a knack of picking those danger wickets, especially the last game. If you see, he bowled against Harab Motors Pakstars. He got the big man Mansoor Ahmed, who was hitting him, taking him out of the park quite comfortably. But then he took that big wicket that changed the whole game and got their win, which has them sitting at qualifier 1 comfortably.
And that's what's special about these, youngsters of Aurobindo AKC. The confidence they've had. They've been playing cricket for a very long time. From a very young age. So they have been seasoned. They know exactly what they have to do, and they're willing to take any challenge. And that's what defines a superstar.
Well, exactly. It shows now. When you look at it, a left-hand batsman newly brought into the attack, and it shows courage that you're bringing your left-hand bowler to bowl against him as well. And he's not a simple batsman; he's an explosive batsman. Akhil Anil is known to go big hits, so it shows that you are confident about your young bowlers as well. And Aksc is bowling his last over as well.
Trying to swing that wide one. No runs coming off that delivery.
He's bowled exceptionally well so far, only giving 2 runs, especially after the break. Edged it, missed it completely, did Amal Rajivan, goes down to the boundary, and
and the captain's not happy. You could hear him all the way here. A good effort there. You got to applaud the effort, but that shows what Aurobindo AKC expects of their players.
Especially in a situation where they are on command, and any sloppy effort on the field or any kind of sloppiness shown on the field is not accepted, is what the captain of Aurobindo AKC has shown. 2 is the call from Amal Rajivan, and once again denied by Mosquater.
Akhil Anil with a very loud call there. I think that did throw the fielder off of his mark as well. Could have easily gotten that second run.
Well, after the fumble, yes, but it's what they say: do not run on a fumble. So what should have been a great over ends at 7 runs. It was a great spell by Aksc. No wickets, but he's only given 27 runs in his 24 balls.
And this run rate of 6.36 definitely has to pick up in the next 3 overs if Alliance Caravans wants to set a target, a challenging target for Aurobindo AKC. Again, Aurobindo AKC is a team that can bat deep. If the required run rate is low, they can rotate strike, and a lot of parallels between the 2 teams.
Cut beautifully by Amal Rajivan, and that's a deserving boundary for a shot like that. put outside off by Aryan Premji, short and quick outside off, giving width to a player like Amal Rajivan, who said since the beginning is not something what you would want to do right now.
More of that, please, would be what Alliance Caravans is saying right now, as Amal Rajivan reaches 43 runs in 31 balls.
So once again, there's a boundary of the first 3 balls of Aryan Premji.
Good recovery there by Aryan. Of course, a brief interruption with him going to Malaysia for his higher studies, but still playing cricket while in Malaysia. So you can see that he has maintained, his quality.
He's had some big scorecards as well in Malaysia as well. Once again, given width outside off, cut straight to the fielder. Well, see, this is what's going to make the difference. Now, you see the first ball has gone for 4, and the next 2 balls is only 2 dots. So in 3 balls, you've only got 4 runs.
Exactly. Should have tried to rotate the strike, which is what I think Amal is trying to do. Unfortunately for him, Aryan's getting the better of him. Not on this occasion, as they'll finally rotate the strike, and Akhil Anil now to face the last 2 deliveries from Aryan Premji.
One of these 2 have to play long. They have to go till the 20th over to make sure Caravans end at a higher notch.
And indeed, I think Amal Rajivan having that automark orange cap on his head, he would be the one who would have to take the honors.
He's someone who's got the caliber to do that, to finish a great innings. So Alliance Caravans would be expecting Akhil Anil to take some pressure off Amal Rajivan at this point. Swept by
it's a
Akhil
beautiful
Anil
shot.
for a 4.
That was a boundary the moment it left his bat.
Once again, Aryan Premji keeping it too full to Akhil Anil. I think Akhil Anil has injured a little spectator at the field.
And that dot ball wraps up the 12th over. Alliance Caravans on 79 runs for the loss of 3 wickets.
After 12 overs, Alliance Caravans 79 for 3.
Well, 9 runs off the over, which comes off only 2 boundaries and 1 single from the over of Aryan Premji. So that's a change of ends for Siviraj Sarva. That's something we've seen throughout the tournament. He bowls his first pair of overs from.
And that shows you how much importance Aurobindo AKSC gives to this partnership. Oh, and what a start. Heart and mouth moment for Alliance Caravans.
This is the man that Alliance Caravans have to look against. His 2 overs is something Alliance Caravans have to be watchful about. Two balls, 2 calls for the umpire, keeping umpire busy in the business.
And Adil, of course, the man with nerves of steel.
Akhil Anil has a talk with Amal Rajivan, probably asking him to get off strike.
And Amal there settling for that single. Again, what we've been able to see of late is the number of dot balls picking up over the past 3 overs. Caravans would definitely not want that, because the lack of singles and boundaries and having more dot balls will definitely put more pressure on the batting side. That's more like it. Akhil giving it back to Amal Rajivan.
I think that is what is expected of Akhil Anil at this point. Because if there's dots mounting from his end, it's going to be a pressure on Amal Rajivan as well. So the whole point of him having here is to get some pressure off Amal Rajivan. Like we saw in the previous over, he swept a boundary. That's 3 runs from Aurobindo Aksc, a wide 4.
And Alliance Caravans will say thank you very much for that. Again, these two batsmen, Amal Rajivan and Akhil Anil, they know each other more than pretty much anyone else. They've been playing together for a very long time, playing together in India, and of course coming to Tanzania together, and now playing together at Alliance Caravans. So,
But once again, what was supposed to be a good over, 2 runs given of the four balls, a wide 4 making it 7 runs of the 4 balls.
and that single will take Amal Rajivan to 46 runs, just 4 shy of his half-century mark, further bolstering his run for the auto mark orange cap. But I don't think I think that's the least of his worries at this moment as the match is going.
It's the last ball of the 14th over. Nudged down beautifully by Akhil Anil, dropping it just to a single, and 9 runs coming off the over. Alliance Caravan sitting at 88 after 13 overs.
Once again, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, our title sponsor Petrol Fuel, our platinum sponsors Pepsi, Automark, Aksc Group of Companies, Ras Logistics. And now back to the match.
So there's 7 overs remaining. Alliance Caravans are sitting at 88 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. They still have Karthik Nair to come out, Adarsh Dilip to come out. Comes down the ground, Akhil Anil hit straight behind the bowler's head, but just 1 run. I think that has been a safe spot of Akhil Anil throughout the tournament. He's continuously hit his boundaries straight to the side screen. Drop and run by Amal Rajivan. I think a lot of people would not be realizing the importance of the singles and doubles that are coming at this point. Not all the deliveries you can hit for 6s and 4s. The 1s and 2s are equally important. Once
And
again, beautifully dropped and run by Akhil Anil.
In the grand scheme of things, it's the singles and the doubles that count.
Swept and comfortably
Taken
catched
comfortably.
by Laksh. So the man who falls is the orange cap holder Amal Rajivan. Falls for 37 runs, who missed out on his well-deserved half century just by 3 runs.
That are out is Stevens for 47 runs.
So the new batsman who walks in is
91 for
Kartik
4
Nair,
in 13.5 overs.
who is also known for his
Next batsman
explosive batting.
is Kartik Nair.
So this is the moment Aurobindo AKC would be hoping for, and not letting Alliance Caravans get comfortable from here on. It's two new batsmen on the crease. Well, Akhil Anil is fairly new. Akhil Anil and Kartik B. Nair are also two people who know each other completely well, and two of them are known well for their explosive hitting. So Alliance Caravans would be hoping some explosiveness to come off their bat.
So I think now it is time we can finally make predictions. How do you think
End of 14 overs.
things are gonna go?
92 for 4.
I think I have personally believed that always whenever I had been watching IPL, like from the worst of situations ever, but if you pull yourself out to reach to at least 90 runs mark by the 14th over, the last 6 over you get yourself to somewhere around 140 runs and have a good decent. I think Caravans do have a more than a decent bowling lineup, so I think a 140 mark is also a good score to defend. That's a good shot straight
And
behind
these
the bowler's
shots
head.
will definitely help. It's all the way, and it's 6 runs.
In Kartik B. Nair, we all have seen throughout the tournament, he's been known for his explosive shots, and being a leg spinner himself would be reading Sivraj quite well. That's beautifully done. That is what we call a smart batting or sensible batting. You hit
Exactly. Get a
1-6,
boundary and then
get
rotate
off
the strike.
And that drop and run brings Alliance Caravans to their 100 runs mark.
That's 100 for Caravans, 100 for 4 Alliance Caravans from 14.3 overs.
Quick running from Akhil Anil and Kartik Nair. This is one thing that is biting Aurobindo AKC somewhere. But at the same time, they'd be happy as well to give the singles. Five overs remaining from here on, and they've comfortably reached. I mean, not comfortably, but they've reached their 100 runs mark.
Indeed, they've
30
crossed that
balls.
100 mark.
They've crossed their 100 marks, so now 30 balls remaining after this over. Anyway, 140 plus, I would say it's still a good score to defend.
With 5 overs left after this one, they should be aiming at adding at least 50 runs to the board, which would definitely, put this game in the even balance.
I think momentum has a big thing to do in a format like this. So if Caravans takes the momentum to their side from in the remaining 5 overs, so it is going to help them when they come out to defend with the ball. think that was the most expensive over in this inning so far. 11 runs coming off the over.
Alliance Caravans 103 for 4. Batters on
Indeed, the most expensive over of the inning so far, coming courtesy of Shivaraj Selvaraj to finish his 4-over quota. But the game plan, of course, going well for the Aurobindo AKSC side as well, getting the danger man.
So,
But yet there are more to come.
so in this remaining 5 overs, there is 2 of Harshit, 2 of Karthik, and 1 of Aryan to follow through. So now this is the last over of Aryan, and from here on, I believe it's only going to be pacers, unless the captain Harshit Chauhan has new ideas with him. But at this pitch, playing those pacers, 24 balls off the pacers would be.
It's cleared it. Just landing short of the Dar es Salaam Serena Hotel.
At one point, Riziki was eyeing for the ball, but Karthik Nair was quite comfortable with it. Going way behind the Aurobindo AKSC dugout.
And a good start to this final over of Aryan Premji, and that's more. That's definitely more. That's 6 runs. The fielder kept going, but there was no way he could reach that ball.
That's 2 sixes of the first 2 deliveries of Aryan Premji, and Aryan Premji so far in all his 4 overs here and there had been getting hit in the first few deliveries, but eventually made out to get a wicket here and there as well. And this pair is the main pair of Alliance Caravans to take them to a big score.
Indeed, a wicket now could change things for Alliance Caravans, but Karthik B. Nair, 22 of 7. Doesn't seem like there's any stopping him. Whoa. Commentator's curse almost at play there.
In the air for a moment, but
didn't
falling
carry
safe.
enough.
It was there for him to hit a ball outside off given width. I'm sure he'd be quite disappointed with himself.
Aryan with a half-hearted appeal there, and Rajesh Pillai dismissing him. Not interested in that appeal. Akhil safe once again. A thick edge and then hitting him on the legs.
Swept straight to the hands of Harshit Chauhan,
But drops it.
He drops it.
Seemed to have collected it well, but falling down resulted in that ball, of course, going out of his hands.
That would have made some difference at this point
And
of the innings.
we can see the replay.
Harshit Chauhan,
And immediately Harshid coming on to
a
ball
fast
now.
bowler, but also a great fielder on the field, but he'd be disappointed with himself, of course.
We apologize for the interruption in this live coverage. We have a loss of visuals.
117 for 4.
Rest assured, we'll be back very shortly as our team is working on getting this done. Straight down the
Two is a
ground.
goal from Akhil Anil and responds well.
They will
Kartik
get that
Nair,
too.
really quick to reach there quite comfortably. Pulled by Akhil Anil once again in the gap, and once again a couple runs taken comfortably. Well, now the odds are looking a little more different. At 16.2, Lions Caravans are sitting at 121, and they have 3 more overs after this over. There's almost 22 deliveries left after this over. Another 30 more runs is 152.
Should be their minimum aim. And finally, we have the live visuals back on. We apologize for the interruption in the video, but I'm sure you are hearing the audio, so we had you covered there. And the two batsmen, Akhil Anil and Kartik Nair. Straight back at Harshid, and he had a good look at the stumps.
2 dot balls now coming from Akhil Anil. Something that must be eating him up already.
And that's it. Harshit Chauhan gets his third. Akhil Anil has to depart.
That's what happens when the 2 dot balls are coming and it eats you up.
And then you have to say with that there's a change in commentary. Sit here, you can watch it.
That's beautifully bowled by Harshit Chauhan to take the wicket of Akhil Anil.
Ukimaliza huko kwenye hii kamera katikati tunaweka kabla yake vizuri.
So with that we have new batsman who comes into the crease is Adarsh Dilip, and not only do we have a new batsman, we have a new commentator in the box. We have Jai Hirwania, who is being sitting beside me. Not only do we have a fight on field, we have a fight in the commentators box as well. Jai Hirwania, who is part of the setup of Aga Khan Sports Club. Welcome, Jai.
Hi, Gox. Yeah, what a well-poised game over here. 3 more overs to go. Alliance Caravans at 121 for 5. We have a game in hand, guys.
What a comeback by Harshid, isn't it? He's given 4 runs of his first 2 deliveries, and then it's just dot, dot, and a wicket.
I will call you only. I don't know. Extension cable UPS. I call you. I don't know where it is.
At the end of 17 overs, Alliance Caravans 123 for 5.
What do you reckon? What's the target Caravans will have in their mind for the first innings?
I think at the start of their innings, I was hoping them to somehow get to 140, but now 140 just looks 17 runs away in their 18 deliveries left. So I am hoping them to go somewhere around the mark of 150 plus. somewhere around like 160 odd runs. But now again, with the loss of Akhil Anil, that looks a little difficult. But yes, we still have Kartik Nair on the field who can do the job single-handedly.
Yes, definitely. Plus, I think they if they get 150, it'll be a really tricky chase. With the wicket as well, it's a bit moist. The sun is not out as well. So yeah, I think it's going to be a tricky chase if 150 is on the card.
Well, exactly. Both the teams have got good bowling lineups, so chase won't be easy. That is for sure.
With that, Caravans will be having four spinners, four good spinners, and with the wicket turning, it's going to be a difficult chase. Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. So Caravans has to make sure. Alliance Caravans have to make sure that they do not leave any balls left. They make sure they get all the balls covered. They make sure they get all the runs required.
I must say, in the absence of DA, Karthik has done a really great job. 2.3, just 10 runs with no wickets. It's been really economical towards the end part of the tournament.
Oh yeah, that's a commendable job done by Kartik Syal, who had a great season previously, and who bowled really well in his previous game. He's always stepped up, never disappointed his captain. He's bowled exceptionally well today in an important game like this. He bowled really well.
I think he changed the trigger of his bowling when he last met Caravans. After that, he's been really economical and really good. The last outing against Caravans, I think he got bashed all over the park by Akhil and others. But come after that, he's been really economical and bowled really well.
Cut by Kartik Nair. There's no third man for Kartik Syal, and that's a boundary for Kartik Nair.
Nevertheless, that was a good ball from him. Just an thick outside edge, raced away for 4.
With that, Caravans come to 130. Still have 2 more overs to go after this. 20 runs in the next 2 overs will take them to 150.
What a blinder of innings from Kartik Nair, 28 of 10.
Swings his arm straight down to long on, just for a single. Well, after the end of the 18th over, Alliance Caravans are sitting at 131. Slowly, I feel the momentum shifting towards Alliance Caravans. What do you think, Jay?
Yes, it's the momentum is shifting, but as I said, they have two more overs to go. If they put them down to 150, I think AK are in the game. But above 150, I guess it's going to be a tricky run chase. Not impossible, but a tricky run chase. Provided with the spinners these guys have, 2 left-arm spinners and 1 leg spinner, it's going to be a tricky chase. Yeah.
So the captain of Aurobindo Aksc decides to finish his quota. Comes down for his last over. He surely would be wanting a good last over. Starts off badly. Played well by Kartik Nair.
I think Karthik's movement just made Harshit a bit rattled. He just moved around his crease on the offside, leg side, offside. That's what made him give him some room.
I think there's something Harshit would be expecting by the time he finishes his quota to make sure he gets this big wicket. Slow ball, push to covers just for a single.
That's great work from Sefu. An extra cover. Again, want to praise Kartik Nair's innings. 34 of 13, 2 fours and 3 massive sixes. He's played a blind over here, Gox.
given by the umpire Adil Qasim. For those who are in doubt of why it was not a wide, was because the batsman had moved in early. So that's one thing at this point Alliance Caravans would not be wanting is to have any kind of dot balls. Well, yes, like you said, Jay, Karthik has played a blinder of an innings. So has others Dilip found a gap. Rashid Chauhan looking at his expensive over so far. Already given 9 runs in this over so far. And with that, Alliance Caravans are sitting at 140. 10 more deliveries to go. Do we have 160 on the cards, Jay?
By the looks of it, I think so. But definitely 150 plus on the cards for them.
Karthik asks for a wide from the umpire, but nope. Adil Qasim looks strong on his decision.
Again, a great delivery from Harshid.
With a risky delivery though.
It was a risky delivery, yes. But
others connected it straight over Karthik Sial. It's a boundary. Slow ball once again from Rashid Chauhan. Finishes with 10 runs of his last over. Lions Caravans sitting at 141. What do you think, Jay? Last 6 balls.
again, yeah, it should be a good. Last over from Karthik. Otherwise, if he leaks runs, it's going to be a really difficult chase again for AK. Provided the wicket is a bit tricky, the sun is not out, so it will remain the same for the second innings as well. But nevertheless, a spectacular performance from Harshit Chauhan. 4 overs, 3 big wickets, and 27 runs. What do you think about his performance today, Cox?
Rashid has been a champion bowler so far. He's only been expensive in his last overs, but his couple of overs in the power play is what helped Aurobindo Aksc to stand at this position.
They sneak in a single from fine leg. It was a good shot, but he didn't find the gap he wanted, Adarsh.
I mean, being an Alliance Caravans fan, but personally I would be hoping Karthik Sial to finish well. Be good to see him finish well in a match like this, who's been very economical. Two is the call, and quite comfortably taken by Karthik Nair, and that is the idea, to get Karthik Nair on strike.
He wants the strike. He wants to face all the balls of the last over, and he ran that way as well.
Straight down, long off. Two is the call once again, but straight to the hands of Ziti Gizetto. Not showing any attack by Aurobindo Aksc. That's taken 2 runs off the fielder's hands.
Again, these are really good balls from Karthik. Right on the block hole. It's really difficult for Karthik to hit him for 6s and 4s. So nevertheless, it's a really good deliveries from Karthik. Karthik Sial, sorry.
Tries to go over the keeper's head, but does not connect Karthik Nair. Well, that's a dot ball in the last over of Alliance Caravans' innings, and that is gold at this moment.
Yes, a really crucial dot ball from Karthik Sial. Let's see if we can get 2 more of them. I will love them as an AK fan.
2 deliveries left. A boundary here would give Alliance Caravans a confident score, keeping them at 150. It hit straight, catches the edge of the bat, straight to fine leg, just a single.
Again, a tremendous delivery from Karthik right in the block hole. It's really difficult for Karthik to hit him anywhere.
I mean, what a bowler is Karthik Sial. He's only bowled 6. He's only given 6 runs in his last over.
Yes, he stepped up big time over here.
Oh, that is well played by Adarsh Dilip. The last ball of the innings, he has swept it up for a four. Alliance Caravans finishes at 151. So that's it, folks. We have the summary on the screen for you. Amal Rajivan scoring 47, Kasim Nasoro scoring 24, Akhil Anil scoring 16, Karthik Nair scoring 39, and 13 from Adarsh Dilip. From the bowling unit of Aurobindo Aksc, we have Harshit Chauhan taking 3, Karthik Sial bowling exceptionally well, no wickets, but the most economical bowler. Laksh again 4 overs 27, Aryan Premji taking 2 in his 4 overs for 36, and Sivraj Selvaraj 34 in his 4 overs. That's it from the centre, folks. 152 runs for Aurobindo Aksc to win and go sit at the final, and Alliance Caravans have to defend their 151 runs to make sure they sit at the final. See you soon in a couple of minutes. We'll be resuming with the second innings. So at this occasion, I'd like to thank our sponsors, our main sponsor, Petrofuel, Pepsi, Automark, Aksc Group of Companies, Ras Logistics, Alliance Insurance, Unique, Flashnet, Colorflex Inks and Cottage, KX Intex, Park Mobile, Harab Motors Limited, Juzu, Ra, Aurobindo, Newland, Rickshaw Travel Group, Ashton Media, Bolton Builders, Tata International, ICOM, Fright World, The Works, Seacliff, Flightlink, Strider Lubricants, Flying Elephant, Garnet Star, Nilkan Group, Samaki, Sterling Travels, Suhara, G1 Security Group,
And Ajit Augustin coming back into the attack. That's out of here. A big Patwa showing no mercy. That ball stayed hit.
I was quite out of here, wasn't it? The ball is lost.
I think that's landed all the way in Dar es Salaam's arena.
Yes, it has. I think that gives some time to both the teams to have a chat.
Also the bowler to sort of recollect himself, and the skipper now having a few words with Ajit.
I think the skipper is signaling his fielder at long off to stay sharp.
And the change of ball, of course.
I think they have some plans incoming for a big Patwa. Adi, do you think Abik Fatwa is that kind of a player who will fall out to a plan? Can you get a batsman like Abik out? You plan something and he will fall on for it.
With his experience, with his temperament, he's not someone who loses out easy. He likes to stay there. He likes to frustrate the opposition. But that being said, Caravans do have a few tricks up their sleeve. It's just how well can they implement it? How can they unsettle Abik? The only way you can get him out if you unsettle him, frustrate him, and then he starts taking those risks. Otherwise, he plays a very stable innings. He knows exactly what he needs to achieve. Now that's the theme with the entire Aurobindo AKSC side as well. We've been seeing how well they've been rotating the strike as well, ensuring that the pressure stays on the Alliance Caravan side.
Well, whatever tricks they have to pull them right now. This is the wicket. This is the power play. The contrary power plays which both of the teams would have.
Indeed.
If Abik gives them a big jump in this power play, it's going to be helpful towards the end of the 14 overs.
As far as the battle of the power plays are concerned, so far it's been in favor of Aurobindo AKSC. It was a valiant effort there by Adarsh, but another boundary for Aurobindo AKSC, and the pressure keeps mounting on Alliance Caravans.
Adarsh is somebody who puts his heart out on the field, so I think if he dived and could not reach the ball, then I don't think anybody could have reached the ball.
I think you can clearly see that with the amount of plasters and tapes he's got around his body.
Played straight down to the fielder. 2 is the call, but throw off Isa's hands. Good throw. Only a direct hit would have sent through it to the dugout.
And kept that curse alive.
Well bowled, tried to guide it behind third man, but straight to third man, just a single.
So Aurobindo AKSC definitely have started well, 20 runs so far in just 2.4 overs. And more runs.
Goal once again, it should be 2 quite easily.
A couple of bounces and into the hands of Ajit. Very seldom do you see Ajit having an off day, and today, unfortunately for Alliance Caravan, seems to be one of those days. Very unlucky to have been dismissed early on. And that's the turn of fortunes, and the curse remains. The curse remains. Drumit Mehta having to depart. A slower one. Looked very obvious the moment he was up for it. And Drumit, of course, unable to find answers for that. It is 22 for the loss of 1 wicket after 3 overs are done. A few more of this and Alliance Caravans will have the upper hand, but as things stand, it's still very much in favor of Aurobindo AKC.
It is. It's very much in favor of Aurobindo AKC so far. But this is one thing Alliance Caravans must make sure that they do. Something Alliance Caravans must make sure that they keep on doing is not to let partnerships build, which is something they could not do in their innings, so is not to let the other team to do as well.
Very true. And of course, Akhil Anil coming back on for his second over. Jumaine is the next batsman in for Aurobindo AKC. Another brilliant character, a very consistent player.
Short ball down the leg side.
Well fielded there by Alinde Morris. I'm looking forward to watching him bowl. The only player for Alliance Caravans to get the 5 for this time round. So definitely a dangerous man with the ball in his hands.
Definitely dangerous. Left arm spinners are not that easy to play around. So it's going to be a really good battle to see how he's being played with. Good effort from Akhil Anil, but still gets a single.
In Aurobindo AKC, sticking to their plans, ensuring that the strike is constantly rotated.
I think there is something we've seen over the years. Aurobindo AKC are known for their
very frustrating. They'll push singles into doubles and doubles into triples, and
exactly. So no matter if you give them short ball outside
you do not want to bowl like that. And well-deserved punishment handed out by Abik Patwa. And giving him these kind of opportunities is definitely going to help Abik rather than Alliance Caravans. With Abik, once he gets more confident, it's going to be tough. And a bit of words exchanged there by Abik and Amal. Of course, they know each other very well, having played for the national team. And finally, we've got back the match ball. They do not want to take a risk there. A ball in the hands of Issa. And now we have the last ball of the 4th over. Jumaine facing Akhil.
With a completion of 4 overs, score is 29 runs, total of 1 wicket.
2 overs left in the power play.
Aurobindo AKC, score is 29 runs, for the loss of 1 wicket.
Just what you wanted, Adi. It is Yarinde against Abik Patwa. So change of bowler from Caravans, bringing left arm spin into the attack. Yarinde Morris into the attack. In
That was
first up-
massive.
First up, welcomed by Abik Patwa. Big warm welcome out of the park, straight into the golf club.
Abik handing out a very, very strong punishment there to Yalinde Morris. Not the start he would have wanted to have. Very first ball dispatched out of the park.
First ball into the power play, getting hit for a six, putting the young guy in pressure.
Didn't carry enough.
Straight to the shin of Kasim Nasur. I'm pretty sure that is going to bruise the next morning.
Loud appeal. Adil. Not move there. Signals leg buys.
Through the gap. Short ball outside off width given to Abik Patwa. Squeezes it through the gap, through covers for a boundary.
If the power play is anything to go by, Aurobindo AKC has come prepared, handing out punishments for every loose ball. 12 runs so far in this over. One ball left to go. And with that dot ball, the fifth over comes to a close. Aurobindo AKC with 41 runs on the board for the loss of one wicket. A dominant current run rate for Aurobindo AKC of 8.2, well above the required run rate of 7.4. So things going well for Aurobindo AKC. Alliance Caravans would definitely want a few wickets here to disrupt the progress, and that's exactly why you see the main man for Alliance Caravans, Karthik Nair, coming on now.
I think more than a few wickets, they would need the big wicket of Abik Patwa.
And that's it.
Given not out by the umpire Adil Qasim.
The camera is there, but we have to pay for the program.
So we cannot take from the other side.
Yeah. So maybe if the program was from that side.
Okay, so
Very disappointed by the fielding is Karthik Nair. He does not like singles given off him, and this is one battle that I was looking forward to, is seeing.
The competition between Karthik and Abik.
Yes. And I did mention it to him up front one day when I met him that I want to see how you play against him.
Well, today we're fortunate enough to see it. And that one races away to the fence.
Cut and cut beautifully by a big Patua, once again showing why he's in form and why he is standing up front for Aurobindo Aksc. "39 runs of 21 deliveries. A big putt was standing completely tall against Alliance Caravans.
And not anymore. Karthik being higher. I think the battle between the two, Karthik has won it. Very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate for Abik Patwa. Was in good form. Was playing exceptionally well. And how costly could this wicket be for Aurobindo Aksc? Very, very. And that wicket leads to an interruption in play. Aurobindo Aksc 46 for 2 in 5.5 overs.
So the new batsman onto the crease is Lijo Jose, who is the foreign player for Aurobindo Aksc.
So foreign player versus foreign player. Game
Yeah.
still very much in favor of Aurobindo Aksc.
But yes, a big Patwa did play his hand out and he did the damage he was supposed to do up front. He scored 40 runs of his own.
I strongly believe Abik's wicket was due to the class of Karthik. I don't think anyone else would have gotten him out with the form he was in.
Well, of course, he got the wicket of a big Patwa all by himself, clean bowled.
And that's the end of the power play. Aurobindo Aksc 46 for 2 after 6 overs. Of course, scoring higher than Alliance Caravans in the power play, but losing the same amount of wickets.
Well, if you look at segments, Aksc have won this segment, but they still have 14 overs to go. Anything can happen. A couple of wickets here and there can turn the whole game towards Alliance Caravans.
And this match between Alliance Caravans and Aurobindo Aksc, we've watched them face each other off so many times, and it's been entertaining every single time. You can never predict what's going to happen. There'll always be an upset side. But for the neutrals, it's always an amazing watch.
Rightly said. Year after year, you watch these same teams. When someone watches two same teams play the qualifiers, the finals, year after year, you expect it to be boring or one-sided, but it's always new game, new energy against these two teams. Two shouts not given by the umpire, leg by shown by the umpire.
And the Caravans unit is everything.
Umpire Mr. Adil Qasim very tight with his calls. think one shot I've seen of Lijay Joseph's bat in the previous games is him playing over covers. Is one good, beautiful shot over covers. So playing against a left-arm spinner, we can expect a shot like that coming.
There was definitely no catch there. Akhil being very hopeful.
Please reach the full counter.
So that's a good second over from Yalinde, only giving 4 runs in his second over, although his first over being highly expensive.
Exactly, 12 runs of that first one. I was just waiting for the over to be completed to say the same.
Score is 50 for 2.
So good recovery there by Yalinde Morris. 7 overs done. AKSC, Aurobindo AKSC is 50 for 2. Still, their current run rate is almost at par with the required run rate. So there isn't a lot of pressure on Aurobindo AKSC. They just need to back themselves and believe in themselves and believe in their ability and keep rotating the strike. That's more than enough.
I think if Karthik bags one more wicket here, especially if it's someone like Lijay Joseph's wicket, then it is going to make some kind of tension in the dugout of Aurobindo AKC.
That is very true, Gokul, and even Jumaine, for that matter, is someone that enjoys this challenge. It's his type of game. He likes to take it deep, and he's not someone who goes for those flashy shots, but he'll keep going at par with the required run rate. How excited are you for the next match, the eliminator between Aurobindo Club and Harab Motors Park Stars?
I think more than this game, I'm excited for the next game, especially to watch someone like Manzoor Ahmed bat. And especially this game, regardless of the result, either of the teams, they have one more chance. The next game is a do-or-die situation, and to see someone like Manzoor Ahmed bat in situations like this, to see those big sixes flying over. So I'll be having my lunch while I'm watching that game, so I think it should be a good game.
No, absolutely. And that's it. Another wicket. And it's Jumaine. And with that, Karthik Nair now top of the Alliance Purple Cap rankings, tied with Ramesh Alluri, however having played an extra game. And yes, about Park Stars, Harab Motors Park Stars and Aurobindo Club, there's always a lot of tensions and no love lost between those two sides. And as you rightly said, do or die. So there's no second go at it, and they have to take it as they get it. So it's going to be an amazing game, a brilliant one for the neutrals, and we can see the Aurobindo team, come onto the ground. Watch the final closing bits of this qualifier, so they also know and they can be prepared in case they win the next game. Who should they be facing?
Exactly, yes. I see almost all of them have come to the ground looking out how the top two are being played, which player to watch out for.
Indeed, and we can see the spectators having their lunch.
Well, the new batsman who's walked onto the crease is Sivaraj Selvaraj, who is...
And that's given! Immediately on a hat-trick now. Karthik has definitely taken the purple cap. And now both the Alliance purple cap and Automark orange cap sitting comfortably with Alliance Caravans. I think this wicket really makes a huge difference because both the foreign recruits of Aurobindo AKC, they could have taken it long.
Well, that's a long walk for Shivraj Selvaraj. He's extremely disappointed with that call of the umpire.
And thank you to all the spectators that have tuned in from your homes. We're here for the first qualifier of the Petrol Fuel TCA Caravans Cup. This match between holders and hosts Alliance Caravans and Aurobindo AKC. If you are just joining us now, Aurobindo AKC have a target of 152 runs. They're currently, after 8 overs done, 53 for 4.
New batsman who's walked in is Saif Othmani, who is another youngster of Aurobindo AKC, who has drastically improved his batting. So I think today is the day they would use most of his new shots.
Last year we had the
That's a big throw, an
was an
unwanted
unnecessary overthrow, and giving more runs. You do not want to add pressure than what you have, and others, of course, apologizing there. Getting back to it, last year we had the game changer of the match, and if we were having the same awards this year, I think the last over, the 8th over by Karthik, would definitely be within a shout for that one. And Lijo playing confidently, absorbing the pressure. He knows that the game is still very much in the balance.
Well, it's good fielding from Karthik Nair, showing his momentum, showing his spirit on the field. A complete player. He's done it with the bat, he's done it with the ball, and he's doing it with the field as well.
I've absolutely loved how quick the umpires have been with their decisions. Really, no doubts there with them. They're straight up with their decision, and they're unfazed by any sort of appeal.
Umpiring is a hard job. I've done the job.
It's a thankless job, isn't it?
Every bowler thinks everything is out.
And that's given. That's another wicket. And Seifu has to depart. And all of a sudden, the game is swinging in the balance in favor of Alliance Caravans. How did this happen?
Couple of wickets falling, couple of big wickets falling. Obviously, the game has to fall, but still, it's all about one partnership here. They still got their main batsman in their dugout. I'm guessing it has to be Rashid now.
Indeed, the skipper always leads from the front with the bat, with the ball, and the game's not over until the very last ball is bowled. So it's there. Yes, the game has swung slightly in favor of Alliance Caravans with the number of wickets that has fallen for Aurobindo AKC. If you recall, Caravans had only lost 5 wickets in the first innings while scoring 151.
I'm not sure if that is Harshit Chauhan. I think that is Riziki Kisato who's walking towards the wicket. So I think they're still saving Harshit Chauhan.
No, and it makes sense. The required run rate, only 8.6. Riziki Kisato is an experienced, seasoned batsman who has faced these pressure situations, who has rotated the strike. I think a good support for Lijo Jose is what Aurobindo AKC would be aiming for now.
So I think more or less the same situation. First up, Alliance Caravans going through a collapse, expecting a partnership. Even Aurobindo AKC more or less in the same situation. They just want one partnership to click. They still got Harshit Chauhan remaining.
How crucial do you think that wicket of Abik Patwa would be in the grand scheme of things, because he was settled in and he was handing out punishments to everyone.
I think Avik Patwa's wicket is what led to the 5 wickets to fall right now. It's that sense of pressure in the minds of the players when their big player has fallen. They feel like they have more responsibility, and automatically a sense of pressure falls on to them, and that is what is giving these free wickets.
And
Inside edge.
Karthik coming in to bowl his third over consecutively kind of shows you how crucial or how critical Alliance Caravans sees the wicket of Lijo Jose. Was a hat-trick ball, unfortunately for him. No 23s to be pledged on his behalf.
At the same time, Caravans must be thinking whether to get Lijo Jose right now or to save Karthik's one more, to save his couple of overs, because Harshit is still left.
Indeed, and mind you, Ajit still has 2 overs left to go. He did not have the best of starts, but coming in now, or coming in towards the end of the game, that's where he excels.
Well, I don't think from here on Caravans is going to introduce pace, a lot of pace into the wicket. They'll be comfortably finishing overs here and there from spin. They still have Kasim Nasaru, who hasn't opened his account.
And knowing Kasimo, he really enjoys, taking the onus in these kind of situations when the wickets are falling. He would want to get a couple himself.
And we can still expect a couple of overs from Johnson Yambo as well. He's a smart bowler with the cutters with him. On a pitch like this, pretty sure we can expect a couple of overs from Johnson Yambo as well.
When you look at this Alliance Caravans unit, pretty much everyone here can bowl when asked for it. So even Amal, the wicket keeper, would love to have a go. Definitely not in this match.
Lovely flight from Karthik Nair, lofts it in the air, asks the batsman to come down, get it, hit it.
And it took a long while to reach there. He could have had a cup of tea.
Only 3 runs in his third over. Karthik Nair finished it really well in his third over, only giving 3 runs.
And very smart from Aurobindo AKC, letting Karthik just bowl his deliveries, not giving him too much to work with. And it's time for the Pepsi strategic timeout. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors. We would like to thank our sponsors, starting off with Petro Fuel, our title sponsor. Our platinum sponsors, Pepsi. Platinum sponsors, Pepsi, Automark, Asas Group of Companies, RAS Logistics, Alliance Insurance, Unique Financial Services, Flashnet, Colorflex Inks and Coatings, KX Intech, Park Mobile, Harab Motors, Jihuzu, Ra Home Appliances, Aurobindo Pharmaceuticals, Newland, Ashton Media, Holton Builders, Tata International, ICO MG, Fright World, Seacliff, Flight Link, Flying Elephant, Nilkan Group, Samaki, and G1 Security Group. So while the players take a breather, we can sit here and smell the absolute delicious food that we're cooking behind us. Unfortunately for us, because of this job, we have to sacrifice our lunch.
What do you think, Hadi? There's 10 overs remaining, 93 runs required, so the required run has climbed to 9.36. Still
I think it's still very much in the balance. It's been quite unfortunate for Aurobindo AKC how quickly they lost these wickets. They would also feel a bit hard done by, especially Shivraj had a lot of protest while leaving the ground as well. He did not feel that the decision was particularly in his favor. But it's Aurobindo AKC. There's a reason they're a champion team. They have what it takes, and if this partnership works well, they've still got a few good batsmen there. They should be focused on getting Lijo in form, getting that required run rate somewhere within that 7 mark, which would make it very easy for the players coming after him as well to chase the target. And definitely with Alliance Caravans, they would be trying to wrap up the overs as fast as possible, keep the required run rate above 8, try to make it reach that 9. So still very much in the balance. If you ask me who I would pick at this moment, I'd pick Caravans, but my bias towards Caravans is well known, so I'm going to keep myself quiet with regards to that.
Well, like I was mentioning earlier, Johnson Nyambo is brought into the attack by the skipper, so a couple of overs from him where he should be economical, and at this stage I don't think Aurobindo AKC would take the risk of going for unwanted hits, because this pair, again, like we were discussing when Akhil and Amal were batting, they had to go long. This pair also has to go long. Starts
Johnson
off
Nyambo.
with the wide.
And there's a pattern with Johnson Nyambo. I've always seen it. In his first over, he has to bowl a couple of wides. And he himself knows that's a running joke within the Alliance Caravans team as well. Oh, good attempt there.
Dived well by Karthik Nair, but still goes through his hands for a single. Now the problem what could come here is this pair, although they have to stabilize the innings and maintain a partnership, but at the same time they have to make sure they're scoring some runs, because Harshid, he's a hitter, but he's not a 6 hitting machine. He can't hit you 6 sixes in an over, so you can't put all the pressure on him as well.
No, precisely. And what you're seeing now is the required run rate climbing steadily with each passing ball. Currently at 9.41. Now 9.47. So with each passing ball, the lack of boundaries could cost Aurobindo AKC in the long run. And Lijo Jose as well, having faced 15 deliveries, would want to up the gear. And you can see how fortunes changed during the course of the game. I think Alliance Caravans seemed very jittery early on in this innings. Now very comfortable, not a lot of noise on the ground as well.
Well, exactly what looked like a struggle for them when they were batting at the early stages of their innings. Now, when you look at the second innings, more or less looks like the same situation on the other side as well. So there's not much talks from the other side as well.
No, absolutely, Gokul, and
I think the team manager of Alliance Caravans would be really happy.
who is also the CEO of the event. So, it's a big win for him. The tournament's going well, the team's playing well, and he's definitely smiling underneath that mask.
That was a good first over from Johnson Nyambo. Although giving that one wide, he's given 6 runs of his first over.
Surprisingly, only that one wide.
11 overs, Aurobindo
Well controlled. He's delivered well. Gave a wide at the very first ball, and thereafter, disciplined bowling. 9 overs left to go. 87 runs required.
Well, there we have it. We have Kasim Nasoro into the attack. Another spinner brought into the attack.
So we were looking at phases early on. We spoke about the first phase being easily scooped up by Alliance Caravans. I mean by Aurobindo Aksc. The second one has been completely in favor of Alliance Caravans.
They have to target one bowler here because the singles and doubles won't cut it right now. They have to get that one odd boundary here from at least till the 15th over, because if not 9, they have to make sure they maintain a 7-8 runs average every over.
The required run rate now 9.74. They can push for the 2 there. They can easily push for the 2 there, and they'll definitely get it.
They have to have their eyes on the required run rate. That is mounting towards 10 per over now.
Whenever Aurobindo Aksc bats, and this is not something new, this has always been the case. I mean, the fielders always has to be on their toes because they will test you. They will keep testing you.
But I don't think Alliance Caravans would be disappointed in this situation to even give them a single off the hands. But that is not the concern at the point.
They would much rather prefer that over a boundary. It's been 7 overs since the last boundary in this game, and that sort of shows you why we are sitting with this required run rate constantly climbing up. And in those last 7 overs, Aurobindo Aksc have lost 4 wickets. And that marks the end of the 12th over. Aurobindo Aksc 71 for 5. The target now 81 in 8 overs. And the required run rate crossing the 10-run mark. So now definitely the pressure is on Aurobindo Aksc. They need 2 good overs somewhere to bring back the game into balance.
I think no matter what, but when the required run rate jumps up to above 10 runs per over, it is a pressureful
At the
situation.
end of 12 overs, Aurobindo Aksc 71 for 5. They need 81 runs in 8 overs at a rate of 10.1 an over.
But at the same time, the figure still looks gettable. 8 overs, 81 is still gettable in any side of the world in T20 format.
Especially T20.
Especially T20. 8 overs, 80 is still gettable. The only thing in question is wickets in hand for Aurobindo Aksc.
And with each passing wicket, the big hitters of Aurobindo Aksc are getting lesser.
That was a big shot from Lijo Jose. 6 runs above square leg. It was much needed for Lijo Jose as well as Aurobindo Aksc. word with Johnson Nyambo, making sure he's not under pressure. Eight runs off the over. This over looks like that over that they can get to the required run rate mark. Already 8 of the first half of the over.
Aurobindo AKSC definitely had to target one over, and it seems this one is it. Wide signal there by umpire Adil. Ten runs so far in this over, the 13th one. And I find it absolutely hilarious that Akhil shouting commands to Johnson Nyambo in Malayalam, and Johnson somehow seems to understand.
It was slightly sloppy from Nyambo, I would say. It was his ball to get. There's no fielder in the 30 yards. It was his ball to go and get it. A smart play from Aurobindo AKSC once again, sneaking 2 runs.
12 runs in the over so far, and one more ball left to go. Definitely not wanting to risk it there with the safe hands of Akhil Anil collecting the ball. 13 overs done. Aurobindo AKSC are 83 for the loss of 5 wickets. In the last 7 overs to go, Aurobindo AKSC have to score 69 runs, and they have 5 wickets in hand. A half-hearted appeal there. However,
Pratap Singh making sure the umpire Adil Qasim is not sleeping on the field.
no, Adil very confidently saying that the batsman had gotten back to his ground.
And looking at the situation, what do you think of an off-spinner bowling to 2 right-handers? I'm
Well,
sure Qasim Nasor is a smart bowler, but an off-spinner is still bowling to a right-hander is going to give them a chance to go against him.
And Kasimu is a special character, isn't he? He's someone who demands that he needs to take it, and more often than not, it always works in his favor. So how can a captain be confident and say, no, I'm not going to let you bowl? And exactly that. They're targeting this wicket of Lijojos. I think that will definitely swing the game completely towards the side of Alliance Caravans. And this is where you're able to see that the pressure is mounting for the Aurobindo AKSC side. You need cool heads and good temperament to take the game home from here. Raziki absolutely unmoved there. Did not want to go for that single.
I think this is the last thing you'd expect from Aurobindo Aksc to bat against an off spinner, and it's only given 4 dot balls in the over so far. Swung beautifully
massive.
for a big 6 through cuff corner by Lijo Jose.
Hitting the Flashnet board, and I think that's a way of us saying thank you to Flashnet, not only for sponsoring this tournament, but also providing us with the ultra high speed internet which we are using for streaming today's game. Also, that 6 adds another tree pledge towards the Caravans Green Initiative, the initiative by Caravans Cricket Club for environmental sustainability, pledging to plant a tree for every boundary and 20 trees for every individual milestone, such as a century, 5-wicket haul, or a hat-trick.
I think, like I said in the first innings, if somehow you manage to get up to 90 runs in the 14 overs, you're still in a good position. Caravans was at the same position in their innings.
The game's been very similar. If it isn't for the wickets, that Aurobindo Aksc have lost, I would say that this would have been very much in favor of Aurobindo Aksc, and a bit sloppy there from Yalinde Morris.
But even being get hit for a 6 in the previous over, Kasim has only given 7 runs of the over.
So Aurobindo Aksc would want to have a stable partnership and would expect Harshit Chauhan to play the same role as Kartik Nair if they do lose a wicket late on. So no clear favourites as things stand.
Straight to the hands of Kasim Nasoro.
Get some air, but collected safely by the skipper. So after this, there'll still be 1 over each for Akhil, Yalinde Morris, and Kartik Nair.
I think they are saving Kartik Nair for Harshit, so it's straight.
Hit straight back. Akhil not showing any signs of pain or weakness. I would be screaming my lungs out.
Alliance Caravans making some adjustments on the field. They have that fielder outside covers just for Lijo Jose because he does have that shot over covers. Bowling it outside, making sure he goes for the shot and he leaves it.
And 15 overs are completed. So 5 overs left. Aurobindo Aksc require 59 runs in 5 overs. Very much an attainable target. It's definitely not out of reach for Aurobindo Aksc, even though the required run rate, being 11 looks a bit high. 2 good overs. That would change the game.
Yeah, 16 fives, that's just 12 of each over. So I think 12 is just a matter of 2 hits. So here and there, they make sure to get 8-9 runs, and the last 2 overs, 15-20 runs.
But who do they target? Is this the man they're going to target? Kasim Nasoro?
Well, I think from now on, they have to target everybody. A ball like that has to be hit, and rightly hit by Riziki Kizeto for a boundary. He'd be disappointed that he didn't clear it for a 6.
The intentions made very clear there.
Well, I think that this was a big risk from Jitin Pratap Singh to continue with the off-spinner again. But yes, Kasim Nasoro is a seasoned bowler. Straight
Up
up
in
in
the
the
air.
air, and
Lands
Akhil
safely.
Anil drops off from the catch. Lands safely in front of Akhil Anil. Was that a catch?
It could have been. It definitely could have been.
That's 4 from bats given by the umpire, so I think there was an edge there, and this was the over they were looking for. They got, I think, 10 runs
10
already
runs
off the over.
And 2 balls left to go.
Half-hearted appeal from the bowler. I think that's why the umpire was also half-hearted. The keeper was pretty confident.
Keeper showing his frustration, and the umpire calling him over for a few words.
Well played through point, cut beautifully by Riziki. He wants the double, but
Strongly denied by Lijo Jose, who just didn't want to move.
I think a good call from Lisa Jose. There was no 2 over there.
Still very much. 4 overs remaining, 48 runs. So very much gettable.
The last over yielded 11 runs. The target is another 48 runs from 4 overs for Aurobindo Aksc. Batsman on the crease, Lijo Jose.
Still 12 runs per over. Harshid yet to come. And the last over of Karthik Nair. How do you think they should play this out? Go all in, let him go.
And Karthik Nair coming on now kind of shows you that they don't want to wait for Harshid anymore. They want to break this partnership.
So what does that tell you? Do you think Alliance Caravans are feeling some kind of pressure?
Oh, definitely. I think this partnership, even though they're going run a ball, has really helped Aurobindo Aksc stabilize the innings. And there you see another quick double. So you can see the pressure coming back on Caravans, the team that seemed very quiet in the outfield for a bit is now getting a bit louder.
Swing
Oh, that's
straight
clean.
up by
That's
Riziki.
a clean hit. That's all the way. And that's 6 runs. 6 big ones.
That's 8 runs of the first 2 deliveries. 8 runs.
So that shows you where the pressure is right now. The required run rate as well coming down. 8 runs or 2 deliveries. 4 more to go. And big appeal for stumped. However, the umpire not giving that. And wide signaled.
Riziki getting a lot of applauses from his fans out here. Hits firmly through covers and stopped well by Adarsh, but Aurobindo Aksc sneaked 2.
Riziki is definitely a fan favorite here, just as Kasimu Nasoro is. So Karthik giving away 11 runs so far in this over. 3 balls left to go.
Riziki misses out on that. It was a short delivery right there to put it in the gap for at least a double. Akhil Amal shows his disappointment with the umpires not giving anything to his favor.
And Amal's been a very frustrated figure throughout. I mean, most of the appeals originating from him.
Straight to the hands of the fielder, throw at the wrong end.
And we'll have the last ball of the over. 12 runs coming off of it. Slightly expensive here, Karthik, who was bowling very well, having given 23 runs so far. 12 of it coming in this over alone.
That's really
Make that
smart.
13.
They've got the runs they've needed and drop, run, get out of strike. Finish the over. It was the last ball of their strike bowler of Alliance Caravans. They've got 13 runs. I think the last couple of overs they've been following the run rate.
No, they've stuck to the plan. 3 overs, 35 runs required. If we had a win predictor, everything's pretty much even right now.
I think as a fan, I think all I ever did was good games. And like we mentioned earlier on, all the 4 teams in these qualifiers, all the 4 teams are top notch. So you have to expect good games from all the 4 teams. So exactly.
Oh, absolutely, you do not want one-sided games in the qualifier stage of the tournament, and I truly believe that the 4 teams we have are equally matched. Up in the air and comfortably taken. The danger man, Lijo Jose, has to depart, and that means Harshit Chauhan will be the man that comes in next.
So that is what happens when you bring a left-arm spinner against right-hand batsman. So he goes against the spin, you create a top edge, and he's caught. At one point, we thought Caravans have lost the game. They came
And then
back.
we thought Caravans were easily going to win the game.
Back with 150 runs, and early on at one point we thought, oh, there is no way Aga Khan is winning from here. And now we think it's even. So that's how good the top 4 teams are. I hope we have an even better match the next game.
No, thank goodness we're sitting here in the commentary box with no stress. I would definitely not want to be anywhere near either of those dugouts right now.
So I think the best man for the situation is Harshit Chauhan, and he has come onto the pitch. The stage is set for him. It's up to him if he wants to dance.
.34 of 2.4, very much gettable, especially for someone like Harshit Chauhan, who has all those big shots in his rapport.
Now, generally, back in the days, if it was the same pair standing on field, I would have said they would chase this by running singles
Easily,
and doubles.
exactly.
But it's not the same anymore.
But
big
he's
hit.
decided to go for the big shots instead. Out of the park. Raziki Kiseto says, why run when I can hit it out this way?
I mean, no matter what the score used to be, back in those days, Riziki and Rashid used to chase down the scores by just running them down, like singles and doubles here and there, drop and run, sneak doubles of 30 yards.
Regardless of the ground they played on, regardless of the opposition they played against, running and setting up a good score or chasing the target was a usual practice, and a misfield there.
Beautifully. Stopped beautifully by Ajit Aksc. A good long throw from deep point.
Through the hands of Issa there. A bit of sloppy fielding today by the Caravan side. We've seen a lot of misfields. I think this is the third one.
Yeah, a lot of misfields we've seen, although they weren't resulted in a run or not, but they weren't comfortable with the ball in their hands. It was always dropped out of their hands. again, like we said, it's off the hands of the bowler and the fielder, and even before the ball went to the fielder, Harshit was already at the batting strike.
No, and it's ironic because Issa was moved from his position where Jitin was, and he got the ball again and he fumbled it again. So 18 overs done, 2 overs left to go. The target now 25 runs. Very easily gettable, very easily gettable. Who will bowl this penultimate over? That's a big question. Ajit Augustin
Would you want
will be
Ajit
the man.
Augustin to bowl your penultimate over? I mean, I'm sure he's a smart cricketing brain, but I'm not sure if he's had the death bowling experience. But yes, it's not easy to hit anybody for 12, 13 runs in an over.
Absolutely, this over will decide the game, and it's Ajit Augustin who wants his redemption arc.
It's surprising to see that someone like Justin Thomas, who is raw pace, in a situation like this, why would you not bowl someone who has pure pace with him?
And Justin Thomas is not bowling at all today.
It's straight to the fielder. Harshid has run the first run quickly. Good throw from Jonathan Yambo.
Good work there from Johnson Yamba. They knew, I mean, Alliance Caravans knew that Aurobindo AKC would try to get a double here. An unplayable delivery there.
So I'm seeing the captain of Alliance Caravan signaling to Johnson Yambo to roll his shoulders. So I'm guessing it's going to be him who's bowling the last over.
And I think it's the right idea as well.
I think it is. A sling from Ajit Augustin. I think he went for the Malinga.
Again, the fumbles on the field is unacceptable at this level of the game. At the same time, our Aurobindo AKSC were unstoppable. Their fielding was exceptional.
Caravans have never looked comfortable with the ground fielding throughout the game. Straight to the hands of...
That's well saved. What an effort there from Johnson Yambo, saving 2 runs there. Could he have gone for the catch?
No, there was no catch. They were standing right behind him. We got the best view in the house. A great save by Jonathan Yambo. Great save, and these kind of saves is what is going to win you matches. He saved 2 runs, which if he's bowling the last over, he has
got
to
that
save
advantage.
Last
Yeah.
two runs.
2 balls left to go in this over. 21 runs to win.
They need a big one this over. Edged.
And they get exactly
Runs
what they
for
want.
a boundary. Mind you, Ajit Augustin is bowling for or against whom he used to previously play for. They also know what he is capable of.
Friends turned foes.
Last ball. He's bowled decently so far. An edge goes to the boundary. If he can give one more dot ball. Beautifully bowled by
Well
Ajit.
bowled.
Fumbled once again by Alliance Caravans. 2 runs.
Which makes it 15 required of the final over of the game. That boundary, very unfortunate for Ajit. I think bowled exceptionally well. But that'll be costly at the end. 10 runs coming off of that over.
I think Jonathan Nyambo is a highly capable bowler who is capable enough to defend 15 runs of his 6 balls. At the same time, I also feel Harshit Chauhan and Riziki Kizeto are the two batsmen who are highly capable of scoring 15 of the last over. So it's going to be a great battle to see what either of the sides are going to do.
No, indeed, Harshid has it in him. 15 is not a big target for him. So Johnson Nyambo versus Harshit Chauhan.
If not for the 2 runs saved by Johnson, it would have been 13.
Exactly.
Which looks a lot more simpler. There's a slight delay. I mean, at this point, I would not want.
And that's the start they would have wanted. Starts off with a boundary. 11 runs now required. The game well and truly now for Aurobindo AKC to lose. They have a firm grip over it.
No, I wouldn't say that just yet.
11 runs, really? Of 5 balls?
It's still the last over. There is pressure. But yes, 11 runs. These guys would just run it off. Hit straight by
There you see
Harshit.
it.
2 is the call. And once again, there was a fumble and a poor throw.
Caravans cannot collect the ball to save their life at this moment.
9 runs required of 4 balls. Where was this game? And where have they brought it to? Big hit
And that's
by
it.
Harshit Chauhan, and that is the game
3 runs
of 3 balls.
of 3 balls. Easy pickings for Aurobindo AKC. And a tale of fortunes here.
That's again smart from Harshit. Does not want to take the risk and goes for the second, and that's run out.
That's run out.
2
But
of 2.
Harshid on strike. So that's what they would have wanted.
2 of 2. What would you want to do? Would you want Harshit to go for it, finish it off? Would you want Harshit to take the single and trust his non-striker to?
No, it's down to the wire now. I definitely don't think Harshid would want to give it to his opposite number. He would definitely want to finish it on his own, and he does have the liberty of being able to face 2 deliveries, 1 run, and the game is a draw. So are we going to have a super over here?
Well, why not?
A bit more entertainment for us.
We have to start the game. We have to start the next game by 2:30.
In fact, we're 4 minutes past time for 2:30.
Two into. I would want Harshit to take a single and get off strike rather than go for it. If he gets out, it's 1 off 2.
No, exactly.
I think
And
the new
Laksh.
batsman who has come is Laksh. He is more than capable of
Yes.
taking 1 off 1. And what they have to be careful of is if they go for the second run, straight into the hands of Akhil Anil, and a
It's been
beautifully
taken!
caught.
What a catch! Unbelievable! This game is still
Beautifully
not
caught by
over.
Akhil Anil. Beautifully caught. We have a beautiful
I think we have a
game.
super over coming up.
We have a beautiful game in our hands.
My goodness, what a catch! Where was this Caravans in the field until now?
If only they would have fielded so well at the beginning of the game.
19.5, and suddenly Caravans has sprung into life.
Once again, I want to remind you about the 2 runs saved by Jonathan Yambo in the previous over. If not for that, the game was over.
Was over. No, absolutely.
Two runs required for Aurobindo Aksc if they want to place their.
Is that Aryan coming on now?
No, the new batsman who's come is Karthik Syal.
Karthik Syal.
He had a good
Again,
he had a
good
good time
batsman.
with the bat in the last game. He was the reason why in the last game they could reach to 140 against.
The pressure on both the batsman and the bowler right now, unbelievable.
2 of 1 required for Aurobindo Aksc if they want to finalize their seats in the final. 2 of 1 required. Chitin Pratap Singh giving all the motivation he has to Jonathan Yambo.
This game is definitely Aurobindo Aksc's to lose.
The field is in. Karthik Syal misses it.
And Alliance Caravans, what a match! What a game!
The victory of Aurobindo Aksc's hands.
Unbelievable stuff. Johnson Nyambo, the 2 runs he saved in the last over is what has resulted in Caravans winning this game. Unbelievable. Caravans win by 1 run.
Let me remind you folks, the 2
What
runs
a
saved
match.
by Jonathan Yambo
What a
in the
performance.
previous over.
But Caravans really have to start questioning themselves before they get into the final. They do not want to have this fielding performance in the final. Aurobindo Aksc, I mean, hats off. They unbelievably, they got back into this somehow. I have no idea how, but they did. And very unfortunate. I think that catch by Akhil changed the game.
If not for that catch, there were 2 runs.
So another final. And there we have an intruder on the ground. The former captain of Caravans Cricket Club, Srijit. And we're going to really struggle to get this crowd out of the ground because we've got our next game, which is already 10 minutes delayed. But what a game. I mean, this is cricket, isn't it? This was most probably the tightest game of the tournament thus far.
Oh, the most tightest game. This is the only game I think that's gone down to the last ball, if not for the game against Gymkhana versus Harab Motors Park Stars.
Oh, absolutely. And with this, we'll take a short break and we'll get back to you with the commentary from the first qualifier of the Petrofuel TCA Caravans Cup between Rah Upanga Club and Harab Motors Park Stars.
So that's it from the center. Alliance Caravans sit comfortably, well, not so comfortably, but they do place their hands in the final. So we have Harab Motors Park Stars versus Rah Upanga for the Eliminator 2 and Aurobindo